Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Farlise and welcome to another video. So I've just finished filming up my book haul, but since I'm all dressed up and I literally have nowhere to go, that's a fact, and I'm not really dressed up, I'm still wearing my pajamas. I just threw this on. I thought I would film the intro for my next video. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a reading vlog for a bunch of really popular books on Book Talk. I do not go on Book Talk. I might have gone a few times to find some recommendations for Halloween and spooky season, but other than that, I don't think I've really gone on Book Talk. I just find recommendations mainly from YouTube. YouTube's my comfort spot. Today, we're gonna venture into that land and we're gonna go through a bunch of videos, find 3 really popular books that somewhat intrigue me. I'm gonna try and push my boundaries today. I feel like I'm gonna go a lot for contemporary, which is not really my thing. But we're gonna try it. I'm gonna take you guys through some of the videos. Once we found the 3 really popular ones, I'm gonna read them over the next few days and I'm gonna do a little reading vlog. I'm gonna check in with you guys a few times just to see what my thoughts are, how I'm feeling about it. I'm kind of scared. I'm really scared, if I'm being honest. I don't really want to read books that I don't find interesting. I just DNF them. And I hope that doesn't happen for this because, I want to give you guys my opinion and I can't give you an opinion if I didn't read it. I'm going to show you, I'll film them on my phone and I'll put it up here. I'm going to go through a lot, but I'm only going to put a few in this video just so you guys don't have to watch me talk about them for 20 minutes. I finished my last video and then I went to get breakfast. I have a piece of toast with almond butter and honey and then yogurt with frozen blackberries and blueberries. Blackberries and strawberries. Okay guys, let's get this shit going. So I have my speaker behind me, so it's gonna give you guys really good sound. Might want to turn your earbuds down. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, just give me a sec. Okay, so we're here. Let's go. Book talk. Recommendations. I'm gonna be eating breakfast with you guys. It's 11:05. I just need to eat. Ready? Click! Okay, first up, let's pause. Daisy Jones and the Six. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen Larissa from Larry Reed's read it. I might just read it. Okay, I've started writing them down in my notebook. Daisy Jones and the Six is up there because it sounds interesting. I love rockstar romance. It doesn't sound like a rockstar romance, but it sounds like it has rock stars and musicians in it. I don't want to read it. I've seen it everywhere. It doesn't sound like something that would interest me. It doesn't look like it interests me either. I've seen it a lot of places though. Okay, let's talk about this one. I have this on Scribd, so I'm gonna add this to the list too. This one too. Another one I read in 2018. I think it was just too it felt too much like fiction, like women's fiction for me. I was kind of expecting romance and it was just women's fiction. Again. I've seen this too. Apparently it's much spicier than it looks, which that intrigues me. I don't know if I'd read it. I have a thing for cartoon covers. I don't like them. I'm a dark romance reader. This is not what I'm loving. Well, there we go. 57. Mariana Zapata just overall is recommended a lot on Book Talk. I've read many, 3 or something. I enjoyed them. Slow Bird is killing me sometimes. Yeah, I feel like I'd read another one, especially if it was on audio. I've seen a few people read this, mainly on BookTube. It just feels a little too contemporary for me. Now this. I've seen this everywhere. One of everyone's favorite taboo books. It has a trigger in it for me, I think. I just can't with older men, younger girls in a relationship. It just makes me uncomfortable. Sometimes I can do it. Yeah, but this just feels too taboo. I know I keep saying I'm number one Book Talk, but I keep saying, oh, I've seen these. I've seen that one ginger guy on TikTok. He even read this. I watched his YouTube video. It was hilarious. So yeah, I'd totally read that. Okay, I'm gonna be losing lighting soon, so I'm gonna say goodbye for now. But our list, I'm gonna read it out, is Daisy Jones and the Six, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Hunk 57, Malibu Rising, Unhoneymooners, The Spanish Love Deception, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I didn't see it too much, but I put it on there, assuming it's romance, suspense, thriller. Sounds good. Verity. If you watched my last video, you know I just got that from the bookstore. I'm not sure if I'm going to dedicate a whole reading vlog to that yet, though. We'll see. Marriage for One, Wrecked by Lauren Asher, because I've already read the first 2 in the Dirty Air series. I read those in last March. People have told me that Wrecked is more emotional, more something there. That whole series is super popular, so I could start it. And then The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna decide them right now. I'm so indecisive, but I think I'm just gonna decide them. And then once I start reading them, I'm gonna let you guys know which 3 I have decided. These actually sound like I should push my boundaries. I'm not gonna say they sound good because these are all contemporary, and contemporary is not something I read much of anymore. They just sound intriguing and they sound like I should put myself through it for you guys. So we've got our recommendations down. I will see you guys probably tomorrow because right now I'm just finishing the last book in the Hade's Hangman series by Tilly Cole. I will let you guys know, so I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. and I'll update you on which ones I chose and which one I'm starting. I'm finally here to update you guys on the 3 books that I picked and how they are so far. I haven't gotten too far into any of them. So the 3 that I did end up picking out of that list, my dad and I were at the breakfast table and we picked them out of a cup. I picked Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I'm excited for. I would love to reread it. Then he picked The Unhoneymooners by Christina, and then I picked Wrecked by Lauren Asher. So those are the 3 that I'm going to be reading for this vlog, and I've gotten started on a few of them, so let me just tell you what I think about them so far. So I've been listening to The Unhoneymooners on audio via Scribd, and so far it's pretty good. I'm maybe 40% through. It is a little boring to me. Everyone at the wedding reception just caught the stomach bug or whatever, and so now they're in Maui on their siblings' honeymoon. So it is lacking a little something. But that being said, I really do enjoy the tension between them, and their characters are awesome. I mean, no complaints there. So I'm excited to see where the rest of it goes, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a 3.5, maybe 3.75 star read, because I'm enjoying it, but it's not anything special. And then in Kindle, I'm also reading Wrecked by Lauren Asher. Like I said, I've read the first 2, and I know Dirty Air series is really, really popular, so I thought I'd continue on. And the 3rd one, I think I'm 60% through actually. It is really slow. I am having to almost force myself to get through it. It really has its ups and downs. Like yesterday, I really did not enjoy it. I was about to put it down. And then today, I pick it back up and I'm kind of enjoying it, but it's still super slow. The tension, once again, both these books are like tension, tension, tension. And I do enjoy the real life aspects that the past 2 books didn't really have. But that being said, I'm still thinking it's going to be a 3.5, 3.75 star read because it's just lacking a little something. Like, it's decent. I like the character. Their backstories are interesting, but it's just lacking a little something. Normally, if I'm listening to an audiobook, I always have a book that I'm reading as well on Kindle, just so I can have like one when I'm walking around or doing something, and then one while I'm sitting and reading. So this is a perfect combo, and I'm enjoying my time reading them, but I know I'm not going to be enjoying the books as much as a lot of others do. So I'll update you guys when I'm further into these 2 books, and I'll see you then. Okay, everybody, I just finished Wrecked by Lauren Asher, so I thought I'd sit down and we'd talk about it since I didn't really update you guys as I went. I kind of enjoyed it. I can't really say I loved it. It's not a favorite of mine. It was better than the 2nd book. For some reason, I hated the 2nd book. I did have to push myself a lot to get through it. I found that the conflict that happened about 80% through was really like fake. I've read good conflict, and this was not good conflict. It felt a little forced. There's so many better plot lines for conflict than insecurity. I feel like it's kind of used so much. But the overall book was somewhat enjoyable. I usually love seeing the F1 aspect of these books, and I didn't really get this in this one. And then the fact that he like quit at the end and we barely even saw any of it, like, yeah. I did enjoy how both Jax and Elena had some form of like background, and they weren't just a simple character. Like, they both had their struggles, their traumas. I didn't really understand why Jax was like an asshole. I wouldn't quite say Jax was an asshole, because I've read assholes, and he was not for dark romance, but for contemporary, I just didn't understand why he was so rude. But maybe my dislike for the book is clouding that, and maybe if it was another book, I would totally understand and I'd be over the moon about it. I don't know. These are just my thoughts, obviously, but yeah, it was enjoyable, I guess. And to me, it's definitely not as good as everyone says it is on TikTok. I definitely won't be continuing in the series. I think it's just best if I move on to something else. So I did start Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, and already I'm like just a few pages in. I'm loving it. Again, rockstar romance is such a love for me. I love that trope, and this isn't quite rockstar because he's not famous yet. It's also a shorter book. Wrecked was like over 400 pages, and I didn't understand why it needed to be that long. I'm gonna make an effort to actually update you guys as I go. I've just left my camera up to remember to give you guys updates. I'm like 10% through right now, and I forgot how funny it was when he saw her for the first time and figured out it was Ryan right at the party, and he's like, oh my god, how dare she be different than what I imagined in my head. Okay, I just had to update you guys because it's like 11 p.m. or something, but I've been staying up reading Punk 57 after watching a hockey game, and I'm about 50% through, I think, right now. I forgot how much I enjoyed it, honestly. It's definitely a high school bully romance, which I haven't read in a long time, so it's a bit of a shock to me, but I'm loving it. Both Misha and Ryan are like really likable but unlikable characters, and I really love how Penelope Douglas's bully romances really have that redemption of characters. Ryan, as we go along, she's redeeming herself, and I'm really enjoying it. I also forgot about the tension between the two of them. It's awesome. It's not disappointing. I'm loving it, and I'm definitely needing to go to bed. Wait, no, one more thing. I'm still waiting for the scene. We all know which scene I'm talking about. I'm still waiting for it. Like, he was in her room and I was like, oh, it's coming, it's coming. It didn't come. didn't come. I'm still waiting for it. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with the sun right now. It's currently Thursday morning and I actually got a good sleep last night. So I woke up and then I read a bunch, but I was late filming and now the sun's in my eyes. So excuse that. But I'm currently 70% through right now and it's good. It's as good as I remember it, to be honestly. I keep predicting stuff as it comes, but I don't really remember the finer details of it. So I'm glad that I'm rereading it. I definitely love all of their scenes together. Like, I love Ryan and how her character is a bitch, a complete bitch, kind of like Olivia in Tris 6 Venom. But what I really love about her is how we get to see like not only her redemption, but like her turn from like a really popular, not very nice person to a more like down-to-earth person because of Misha, basically. Yeah, so far I'm loving it as much as I remember it. It's definitely not my favorite book by PD, but I'm really enjoying reading it. And it actually has me like wrapped up and I can't put it down. Hello everybody, it's update time. It's about almost 5 on Thursday. I put Punk 57 on a pause and I had time to listen to an audiobook. I listened to more of The Unhoneymooners by Christina. I started at 40%, that's where I last updated you guys, and I'm now at 70. I have some feelings. The biggest one being, if it weren't for this vlog, I would not go further than 40%. It was honestly, like, it was decent in the beginning. It was going somewhere and I was excited for where it was going. Ethan almost became like cute to me, and then it took a turn. Like, when their conflict over and over and over again is because of her insecurities, it's tiring, it's old. And like I said about Wrecked, I've seen authors write better conflict than this, so when it has this, I'm just kind of tired of seeing it, because you can write such a better conflict, honestly. But other than that, I'm loving the scenery, and their tension was awesome until we got about 60% through, where I was expecting a sex scene and there was none. So this might just be completely me, but in all of the videos I saw, I didn't know that The Unhoneymooners was Fade to Black. It's shelved in adult, new adult, what? I don't know how I didn't know this, because through all of these videos that I've seen on TikTok that I went through on camera and off, none of them said anything about Fade to Black, and I am not about that. I just came from editing and I feel like shit. I look like shit. I am shit. Just kidding. So I got a bunch of reading done, but I'm actually wanting to turn my bed around. So you guys are gonna get to see me do that, and then I'll give you an update. Hi. Okay, so I've moved to bed now. We're all good. I'm ready to go to bed. I have a thing with going to bed late. I'm exhausted and I just want to go to bed. I ignored all of my schoolwork that I had to do tonight to read Punk 57, and I'm 85 or 90% through. I'm loving it. It's definitely a flawed book, and it's definitely written a long time ago. I didn't know this, but it was written in 2016. I thought it was written in 2018, which explains a lot of the book. Not only Penelope Douglas's writing has matured, but like romance in general has matured since then. But regardless, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I thought about The Unhoneymooners, and I might DNF it. I'm gonna finish Punk 57 by tomorrow morning probably, and then I might try reading instead of listening to The Unhoneymooners, and if I can't go any further, then I'm gonna DNF it. There's 2 books that come out tomorrow on the 28th that I'm really excited for, and I don't want to waste time reading something then I don't want to read and neglect those 2, because I've been waiting for those. Basically, I need to go to bed, so I'm gonna go do that now. See you in the morning. Hi everyone, it is Friday and I'm currently 80% through The Unhoneymooners, and I have decided to DNF it. I read it purely for this vlog. I literally would not have read it otherwise, and it was a bit of a struggle to push myself through the last bit there. I was constantly rolling my eyes and I just did not enjoy it. I didn't really feel their connection. I didn't see why they loved each other, that having both their siblings married to each other, I just didn't really enjoy it. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see how they loved each other. While their tension and their build-up was awesome, it fully delivered, I really didn't believe in their love, and that might just be because it was Fade to Black sex scenes. I don't know. That's really sad if it was though. Like, do I not believe in love if it isn't sex? Either way, yeah, I've decided to DNF. I'm really sorry because you guys are kind of getting like 2.5 books in this vlog, but I just couldn't do it. And like I said, there's 2 books that came out today that I'm really anticipating reading, and I don't really want to continue reading something that I don't want to read when I could just read those. So unfortunately, I've DNF'd that one. I can't see how people would enjoy it though if they were looking for contemporary and Fade to Black, but the setting and the setup was pretty cute. So I could see how people would enjoy it, but I guess it's not for me. I also finished Punk 57 57 and I loved it. I loved it as much as I remember. It was really awesome. I haven't read a high school romance in a while, so it was a bit of a shock, but I love how we get to see Ryan become a nice person, and I also love how they push each other. They're literally perfect for each other. And I loved seeing a glimpse of the four from the Devil's Night series and into their future a little bit. So yeah, I really loved this one, and I'm super glad I reread it for this vlog. All in all, I enjoyed this time. While I definitely discovered that I don't like the majority of these books, I'm super glad I reread Punk 57, and I'm glad that this vlog gave me the push to do it. So to wrap it all up, I gave Wrecked 3.5 stars just because it was enjoyable. I really liked the real life aspects to it, but it was just missing a little something. I gave the Unhoneymooners 3 stars, or 2.75. It was not for me. And I gave Punk 57 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and it was an awesome read. So thank you guys so much for coming along on this video with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to hear in the comments down below if you guys have read any of these and if you enjoyed them yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see my next video, and I'll see you guys soon.